it's time for me to do my annual retelling of how my high school bully watched me get into a car accident which led to us getting married. I'll just start from the very beginning. So we met for the very first time on October 7th of 2016. Keep that date in mind. I was in 9th grade and he was in 10th grade. Where we're from, 9th grade is in junior high, 10th grade is in high school. So at this point we were not going to school together. Our best friends were dating each other at the time, so they introduced us. We hit it off immediately. This was kind of the beginning of our situationship. We talked on and off for almost an entire year. Fast forward to the summer before my 10th grade year. We talked every single day. We hung out a few times. He was coming and watching me cheer at the football games. It definitely was heading in the direction of a relationship, and we were about to go to school together for the very first time. Tell me why. The night before school starts, he texts me, basically just like ends things. He's like, I'm not ready for a relationship. Come to find out, that was literally his friends doing. This time, I was very mad. I was like, this situationship is over. That ship has sailed. I'm never talking to him again. Not only did I just waste my entire summer talking to you, but now we're about to go to school together, so I'm gonna be forced to see you every single day, and it's gonna be so awkward because we have mutual friends. For the first 2 weeks of school, we would just avoid each other, constantly running into each other in the hallways. Things were just awkward, but we didn't like hate each other. Until he had these friends, they weren't necessarily in his friend group, started to pursue me and one of my other friends. We ended up rejecting them. Let's just say they did not take well to that. They're the ones that actually started making fun of us, and it was incessant, calling us names, came up with like cartoon characters that they were comparing us to, like very rude. Eventually Lucas started joining in. I remember he would literally film me in the hallways and like post it on his Snapchat story, and it didn't really bother me when his friends would do it, but it hit different when Lucas would do it because low-key still have feelings. So this goes on for about 2 months. I can't remember what triggered this, but there was one day after school that I was like, I am done. I've had enough. So I went home and I blocked him on Instagram, but not on Snapchat. Again, keep that in mind. So at this point, it's late November. I go out to lunch one day with my mom and sister, and I am just ranting to them about this whole situation with Lucas. Just telling them about how this boy was bothering me at school, but we used to like each other, and how I was so annoyed and how I blocked him. As we round the corner, I look to my right. You'll never guess who I see. I'll give you one guess. Yeah, it was Lucas. Tell my mom and sister that's literally him right there. So when my sister hears this, the comedian she is, she goes, watch this. Starts rolling down her window. No. I knew immediately what she was up to. So I duck down. Sure enough, she starts yelling his name at him. Next thing I know, hear this huge crash. I am jolted forward with so much force. My head is hurting. I look up and this is the very first thing I see. What happened is we were going through a parking lot and a car was speeding through the parking stalls, so we T-boned them and they like spin out. No one was hurt, but it was so loud and dramatic. I am mortified. Not exaggerating, I literally started praying that Lucas and his friend wouldn't come over to check on us. Luckily, some other bystanders beat him to it. So after Lucas goes in the store that he was originally walking in, I got out of the car and, like a dramatic 15-year-old does, I took a picture of the car accident and posted it on my Snapchat story. And like I said, he was blocked on Instagram but not on Snapchat. He slides up on my story. Oh my gosh, I just saw this. Are you okay? That was insane. He's checking on me. He's asking me all these questions to know if I'm okay and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, so what I'm hearing is that you still care about me. So the car accident changed everything for us. He stopped teasing me at school. I unblocked him on Instagram. Would go as far as to say that we were friends again, but I did not want to date him. Fast forward a month, one of my really close friends and one of his really close friends wanted to go on a date. They were kind of shy with each other. My friend would only agree to go on this date if it were a double date. Me and Lucas had to go on the double date with them. I was my friend's only single friend. Lucas was his friend's only single friend at the time. I tell my friend no. I'm like, sorry, find someone else, not happening. And she low-key begs me for like weeks, and I was like, okay, fine. I will go on one date and then you're on your own. So that Friday rolls around and we go on this date. What do you know? I had a great time. They had the whole night planned for us. It was so much fun. I was laughing the entire night. Lucas was being so nice and funny. It was a really good date. I couldn't deny it, even though I wanted to. So the night ends. They ask us to go on another double date, and then another, and another, and another. And we end up spending almost the entire Christmas break together. Yes, Lucas did apologize to me at this point. We started hanging out one-on-one. He would come watch me cheer at the basketball games. We went to a school dance together, and then he asked me to be his girlfriend, and this time I said yes, and we just never stopped dating. And then he asked me to marry him, and once again I said yes. This is us on our wedding day on October 7th, 2022, the anniversary of the day we very first met. We love our life together. It's so much fun. And that is the story time of how we went from enemies to lovers. For all of those who are mad at me, heaven forbid a girl love thy enemy. That's all I gotta say.